If you've watched many of my videos, you've probably heard me reference one key Bible verse for wives. It's an instruction for wives. It's in Ephesians 5:33, and it simply says very concisely, the wife must respect her husband. And I know for many of you, you're thinking, well, I don't feel any respect for him. He doesn't deserve respect, and so I'm not going to show respect. That isn't exactly what that Bible verse says. It doesn't say, wait until you feel this emotion of respect bubbling up. It simply says, be respectful. You must respect your husband. In other words, choose to interact with your husband in a respectful and honoring way. Now, sometimes we feel like that's kind of hard to carry out, especially if your husband is sinning against you right now. But I've learned that even if you have to set boundaries with your husband, even if you have to really ask him to stop some kind of sinful behavior, you can do that in a disrespectful way, acting like a shrew and treating him like he's 2 years old and disgusting. Or you can be respectful as you're drawing the line and drawing a boundary and saying this cannot continue. You can do it in a respectful way. But I want to go beyond that, because maybe your husband isn't actively sinning against you, but you just don't feel this emotion of respect bubbling up. How can you carry out this command to respect your husband, which I've found is very pivotal, very key. Men are wired to crave this respect from their wives. Well, one simple little thing you can do, I've actually applied that this week, is you can simply ask your husband for advice on something big or small. Ask him what you should do in a particular situation. Ask him for advice, and then actually follow his advice and say, thank you, that's a great idea. Now, unless he's telling you to jump off a cliff or something, or do something that would be super destructive, do your best to follow that advice. Your man will feel esteemed. It's like you're communicating to him, hey, I think you have a brain. I think you have ideas. I think you have value, and I respect you enough to follow your advice. I actually did that this week. I had a delicate, sensitive situation where I was texting a particular relative, and I wasn't quite sure how to say what I needed to say, and I thought, I know, I'll ask my husband for his thoughts, his advice. And he actually had some really good advice on how to craft that text. I'm glad I heeded that instruction in Ephesians 5:33 that the wife must respect her husband. Try it. Just even that simple little step of asking your husband consistently for his advice, his counsel, and then do your best to follow it. He will feel esteemed and respected. And I've learned when a husband feels esteemed and respected by his wife, it's like he steps up and becomes an even better man. Ooh, now that's worth it.